To Face the World. Waldlager, April 1945. Mommy is assigned to the kitchen commando. She sits in an elongated barrack among many other women and peels potatoes from early morning till late at night. The peelers are permitted to eat from the potatoes. Sometimes they peel carrots, and they are permitted to eat from the carrots too, but they are not permitted to take anything out of the kitchen. They are frisked every evening as they leave for the bunkers. A few days ago, a young girl from our transport was hanged in the Appelplatz, the central square of Waldlager, because at frisking time they found on her a carrot and 2 potatoes. Mommy does not dare hide any vegetables on her body, and I am glad. Members of the kitchen commando do not get any bread ration in order to compensate for the vegetables they eat during peeling. So now Mommy and I have only 1 bread ration among us. Until now, Mommy and I shared 1 bread ration, and the other we threw over the barbed wire fence for Bubby. Every evening after Zalapel, we would watch Bubby as he hobbled to the fence with his clattering tin can and wait for the piece of bread to land on his side. Then he would retrieve the bread from the ground with great effort and limp away just as he came, without speaking. Now I alone meet Bubby at the fence, because the kitchen commando works late into the night, but Bubby does not take notice of the change. He continues his robot-like routine. I no longer attempt to speak to him. I have resigned myself to his silence. But tonight, before his departure, Bubby raises his eyes to mine and slowly, haltingly begins to speak. "Where's Mommy?" he asks. The shock of Bubby's voice stuns me into momentary silence. This is the first time he has spoken since our arrival, almost 2 weeks ago. "Where is Mommy, sis?" he repeats, and the unexpected thrill of hearing the familiar reference to myself nearly causes me to faint. I quickly pull myself together. "Mommy works in the kitchen commando." "That's good. This way she can eat potatoes." Then Bubby adds that he has been feeling much stronger. The bread ration he has received from us has made a significant difference in his condition. I am bubbling with joy as I report this to Mommy in our bunker at night. Thank God, Bubby's health is improving. And he is okay mentally. He knows who we are. And his speech is not impaired. Our fears about Bubby were unfounded. Mommy and I can barely sleep with the emotion of this new development. Our hopes are rekindled. Bubby will make it. A few days later, sudden, unexpected changes occur. The camp is agog with the news. The Americans are approaching, and Germans are surrendering the area without a fight. Mommy has just left for work, and I run to the fence to send a message to Bubby. As I emerge from our bunker, I run into a male inmate. A male inmate? From the men's camp, beyond the barbed wire fence. "How did you get here?" I shout, and my head is reeling from the implications of his presence here. "The gates are open," he shouts back. "Where are the guards?" "There are no guards at the inner gates, only at the main gate of the camp." I continue running toward the gate of the men's camp. Before I reach the gate, I see Bubby coming toward me. I reach him and throw my arms about him. He, too, encloses me in his frail arms, and we stand there in a silent, timeless embrace. I close my eyes. Freedom. It has come. It has come. Together, we walk to our bunker and sit on its roof, a small grassy elevation. A soft breeze ruffles the tall grass around the bunker. "So this is it," I say, with a deep intake of breath. "Freedom. It has come." "Not yet. These are only rumors. We are not liberated yet," Bubby warns. "But where are the guards? Aren't you here in our camp? The gates are open. Doesn't that mean everything? We are free to move about. The Americans will be here soon, and then we'll be liberated. But it has already begun." One can never tell. One can never tell what the Germans will do next. There may be some fighting. The Americans aren't here yet. I cannot keep from talking about the future. After liberation, I want to travel throughout Germany to find all our relatives in the different concentration camps in different parts of the country, especially Auschwitz. Most of them had arrived in Auschwitz. Daddy, we have no idea where he can be. He had been taken to a labor camp in Hungary. He is probably going to be liberated there. He will probably be the first to get home. Perhaps we should go home first. We'll find everybody at home. Perhaps that's the best plan, to go home, and not waste time searching here in Germany when everybody will be heading home anyway. Bubby interrupts. His voice has a low murmur. Whom do you expect to find? Why, everybody. Daddy, Aunt Serena, Aunt Celia, Uncle Martin, Imre, Uncle Samuel, Aunt Regina, Grandmother, Suri, Hindi. Bubby raises his bony hand and places it slowly, hesitantly on mine. Look at me, Ellie. He searches my face, and I see infinite pain in his blue eyes. Look at me, Ellie. He touches my face ever so slightly as he says slowly, very slowly, You will find no one. No one survived the death camps. His soft, tired voice drops even lower as he continues, We survived. We are the only ones. We are here. We are the only survivors. But there are many other camps. Maybe they are there. Daddy and Aunt Serena and the others. Daddy is different. He's a young man. He may have survived in the labor camp. He may be alive. He's the only one who had a chance. He's strong, athletic. But the others, don't expect to meet any of the others. You mean Aunt Serena? But she was taken to a camp for older people. There is no such camp. Aunt Serena was taken to the gas chamber. That's a lie. A lie they were telling us in Plaszow. They told you a lie. You know it's a lie. You know it's not a lie. I had friends who worked in the Sonderkommando. I know all the details. What details? The Sonderkommando was a special unit. It was they who removed the bodies from the gas chambers. It was their job to strip the bodies of all valuables, even gold teeth, even teeth with gold fillings, before putting them in the ovens. Bubby's voice lowered to a whisper. Sometimes they recognized the bodies. Younger siblings, parents, close relatives. Ellie, all children and adults older than 45 went to the gas. Little Andy? Elizabeth, Uncle Samuel, Aunt Regina, Grandmother? He nods. They all went to the gas chambers. My God, it can't be true. Aunt Celia, we met Aunt Celia in Auschwitz, and Hindi and Suri. If you met them, they made the first selection. They may be alive. But since then, so many have died. Do you know how many died here during the winter? And how many are dying daily? Every morning at Zalapel, we find friends missing. The Blockel test orders 2 men to go into the bunker and carry out those who died during the night. The corpses are placed on the lines and counted in the Zalapel until they are officially reported dead to the authorities. I sit, stunned, shattered. We are the only survivors. Perhaps there was no one else. Only the 3 of us. I had known about the gas chambers all along. The shadow of the gas chambers followed us even when we left Auschwitz. And yet, I had stubbornly clung to the myth of the camp for the children and the elderly. Some children must have survived. No children survived. They were all gassed. And the mothers? The mothers were with the children. I saw the mothers go together with the children to the other side. What happened to the mothers? Mothers were gassed together with their children. No, Bubby, do not say that. Do not say that. We sit silently for a long time on the green slope that forms the roof of the bunker. The tall grass continues to sway and shudder in the cool April wind. Freedom. The Americans will be here soon, and we will be liberated. We will be freed. To do what? To face a world in which little children were gassed with their mothers? To face the world in which this was possible? My God, I have just been robbed of my freedom.